For good. Register now at vim-chat.org.
Whether it's the perfect beach read or curling up on a rainy afternoon with a wonderful book in your hands, there's nothing like diving into a book, and our good friend Kelly Flemings knows that firsthand. How many years ago now you opened up the Soddy Daisy Community Library?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. They went out on this kind of wing and a prayer with this idea of building, quote, a little community library. Well, that community, as it turns out, is anybody pretty much watching.
Exactly.
Right?
We are free and open to everyone. It doesn't matter where you live.
And then his reputation has gotten so elevated now because of the heart he brings to it. You're now spearheading the Read 20 program.
It is now the SDCL Read 20 program.
So I'm so glad you're here.
Well, I'm so grateful to be here and to talk to you and share with your viewers the exciting news of this.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Read 20 because it's one of those things that when it was first implemented years ago, it was a buzz around town. And then I think what happened is we all got so accustomed to it, we've forgotten the significance of it, because in some ways the message is pretty simple. If you read 20 minutes a day, and if you have your kids read 20 minutes a day, anything
can happen.
It will lead to greater success in life.
It will. It's so crucial to read with your children, and not just to them, but with them. Let them see you reading because you're setting an example with them. But reading 20 minutes a day can improve their life immensely. They're going to be able to be more successful, not just in school, but in life. It's going to affect the child, the family, the community, and the world.
So when I said anything, a very wise teacher years ago, and I think this is true for most of them now, would say they don't have to read the classics.
No.
Read anything. So at your library, you have all types of things there at the library.
Everything. You know, as long as a child is reading, they're absorbing knowledge, they're absorbing vocabulary. So if they're reading, you know, Pride and Prejudice, or if they're reading Dogman.
Or a cookbook.
Especially things along those lines, you are gaining skills where everyday use is going to come in. You know, if you need to read directions in a recipe, you still have to be able to read.
Right.
And it's going to make you more successful.
I mentioned about cozying up with a good book on a rainy afternoon. I love that. And when I do cozy up, my cat Marmalade usually will cozy up with me. So behind Kelly, that's Blade, the library cat.
He is. He's one of our library cats. He's 7.5 years old now. Big old mess, but he has been absolutely incredible, especially with the children.
Because you want it to feel very welcoming and like home when people come to the library.
We've tried to create an environment where you're stepping out of your home into our home. We've got soft lighting, good enough to read by, free coffee. We've got the cats. You can curl up with a book, some coffee, and a cat, and spend the day with us.
It is the community library, though, so they're very much involved with the community. So with you taking on now the Read 20, you've got some big plans in place, but you're having to fund this sort of on your own.
We are. We are very grateful that we've got this opportunity to continue this project. It's been going on for 18 years. It's raised a generation of readers, and for us to be entrusted with this program, it warms my heart that people outside of our area know that our commitment and our mission to making a literate society has gone on, and now we can actually make an impact with going into schools and continuing that program, reading to the children, giving away free books. We're going to be continuing the reading challenge that Read 20, so the SDCL Read 20 Reading Challenge is going to be coming up this year.
Can I share something that happened behind the scenes that nobody would know?
Okay.
I'll tell on you. So Kelly was kind of waiting in the wings for his turn, and Shayna Webb was here earlier from the Austin Hatcher Foundation. And Kelly was kind of hearing what they do at Austin Hatcher, which, if you don't know, they help with childhood cancer. And he stepped up before his turn to say, we would love to partner with you and come read to those children. So when he says this, he really means it.
We want to be involved in every aspect of the community. If there is an opportunity for us to share our love of reading and inspire kids to read, we're going to be there. We'll inspire adults.
Have we reached a point where a lot of school-aged kids have not ever even gone to the library?
Unfortunately,
even their school library.
Thankfully, in elementary schools, the librarians, who are the unsung heroes of schools, they do get to see the kids a lot more frequently. But once kids get into middle and high school, squeezing library time in with their hectic schedules can be very challenging. So there are kids, even in elementary school, that don't get the opportunity to go to a library, and we want to create a really fun, engaging environment for everybody, but we really want the kids to come in.
I remember in my day, the library was the epicenter of the school, because if you had a research paper, you had to go there to get the research done, and you had to pull out the card catalog, and those days are gone, I know, but there is just nothing like the stimulation of seeing all this knowledge around you that could be yours just by pulling a book off a shelf.
I know, and it's a full sensory experience, because you're not just reading, but you're getting to feel the books. And I love ebooks, they're fantastic, but there's nothing that can replace the feel and the smell of a real book.
So with this taking on now of the Read 20 program at the Soddy Daisy Community Library, are you looking for people to help you? Because I know you mentioned the librarians being the unsung heroes. Are you looking to kind of do some awarding and that type of thing?
Yes. In fact, one of the things we're continuing on with the SDCL Read 20 program is the Librarian of the Year Award. That's something that's been going on for 2 years. We're going to continue it. And this year we're going to open it up where the used to, it was just the principals who could nominate their librarian. We're going to open it up to where fellow teachers can nominate a librarian.
Nice.
Parents, the children can nominate a librarian, because it takes a village to support a librarian.
Well, we
want to make sure that happens.
We are glad that you're the mayor of that village.
Well, thank you.
You can learn more about the Soddy Daisy Community Library with the information that you see there on your screen. Facebook is a great way to connect with them. They're kind of spearheaded under the Kelkert Foundation, which you see on your screen as well. And I don't care where you're watching us from this morning, if you want to be a member of their library, you come on. It's at no cost to you.
Come join our family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you